think the reality is they're all coming.
Who's coming? The British? Oh, the 1%ers. Yes, of course they are, you guys. Don't really care at all. And why? Well, I'm about to explain. But before we do, welcome to today's video, guys. And thank you, as always, for joining me on the journey. If you guys are new, I would love it if you hit this button because it's completely free. And I will donate 5 cents out of my own pocket into a little charity fund we started here on the channel to help families with special needs. That's all. It's free. Hit the button, subscribe, and support that cause. And hit the bell for notifications. And you guys, for the algorithms, I'm a new channel. I need help. And YouTube is just downright nasty. Whew. All right, it's not hard to hit that like button, guys. Okay, so today's video. Okay, yesterday, I get it. Huge news. Gentleman from Dubai put $4.8 billion into Bitcoin. Not a shocker to me, not surprised. And guess what, guys? I don't really care. It's great that it's backing up my research, and it's kind of showing that it's going to stabilize over time because more and more whales are coming in. But in the long term, all I care about is what for me. I care about my family and myself, and I hope you guys should focus on that same thing. Your plays and your portfolios, don't get so caught up in the 1%. Don't get jealous about it. I don't care about them. I care about what I'm doing. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just doing this for entertainment and for my family. This bad boy VGX is going to be my retirement, and Bitcoin is my insurance hedge long term. Never selling it. Never, ever, ever, guys. Hold, right? Comment below if you're going to hold Bitcoin as long as you can. All right, so today's video is an interview just showing a great example of the next couple quarters and the mindset behind this, the curtains of what's going on in the top 10% of the world, even the 1%ers. So you guys, if you're in already before Elon Musk and all these other billionaires, seriously, pat yourself on the back. You guys have done well for yourselves. Keep putting in the time and effort, and let's jump into the video. I hope it gives a little clarity on what is to come in the upcoming year. All right, guys, that's it for today's video. Again, if you're new, hit that bell. Let's donate 5 cents and help the family out. Till next video, guys, for the algorithm. See ya.
I think the reality is they're all coming.
Talk to us about what it means now for institutions that you're looking at Bitcoin at $1 trillion. Like, what's going through the heads of all these hedge funds? What's going through the heads of these banks, these large tech companies that got massive balance sheets? Like, what the hell are they saying in the boardrooms?
Well, FOMO turned to uh-oh, turned to oh no, turned to oh, and they're coming, and you have no choice, right? You, as a corporate treasurer, now, after Saylor and Elon and others, you have no choice but to have the conversation. And again, I was on this conference call with a bunch of guys that get together every 2 weeks, and they invited me to talk, and there's some big dogs. I mean, it's really cool. When you're young, you have all these friends, and it turns out some of them turn out to be really amazingly important people. So this group of guys have been getting together for years, and they invited me to this, and I'm like, holy moly, this is a cool group. But what's interesting about it is they get together and they talk about all kinds of different things, but each of them have these important roles, and all of them were talking about, look, I missed it, I was wrong, and I keep a list. One guy was the head of derivative trading. He said, I keep a list of all the funds, right? And 2 years ago, it was this long. And a year ago, it was this long. And now it's pages of firms that everybody would recognize. And all of them are either already here or are calling me up saying, how do I get? And this firm actually, in the coming weeks, is going to announce crypto clearing for the first time. Again, after saying for 2 years, nope, not real, not. So it's coming. And
so you think when the first quarter closes out, it's just going to be bananas?
Totally bananas. Because here's the thing: when when it first started, and it was a science experiment, right? That people didn't really understand, and it was really relegated to the fringe. And I talk about this all the time, right? All great technology starts at the fringe, right? Who had the first pager? Drug dealers. Who had the first internet users? Porn, right? It always starts at the fringe. Why? Because the fringe is locked out of the traditional world. Why did the cannabis industry start using crypto? Because they couldn't get banking accounts. So it's not that they're bad, evil people. They're just trying to make a living. And so if you think about that, in the early days, kind of the Silk Road days, it was easy to say, it's not real. Just like, pagers aren't real, and I'll never have a cell phone. Now I have two. Or Steve Ballmer's mom, you'll never have a PC in your house. Here we are talking on a PC live, which is mind-numbing in HD, by the way. So if you think about, I said, the end of this quarter, all of these companies are going to come to this realization that it's not a science experiment. The FUD, right, the fear, uncertainty, and doubt, it uses too much electricity. No, that's not right. It actually saves electricity. It's only used by drug dealers and criminals. They actually use more money than they do Bitcoin. Like Katie Hahn, the partner at Andreessen Horowitz, says it best. She says, look, I was a prosecutor for 20 years. I was the gal going after the bad guys. And the choice between fingers on a keyboard and sack money, I'll take fingers on the keyboard 100 days out of 100. So I just think...
Hey, Mark. We got a question.
And so I don't think it's going to be a tidal wave. I think it's going to be a ripple. But like the butterfly wing, the ripple on one side of the ocean, by the time it gets to the other side of the ocean is a tsunami. So I think that tsunami is probably still this fall. Look, this fall, you talk about nuts. Like right now, people have super FOMO. They're looking at this. They're looking at 56,000. They're like, oh my gosh. When it's 100 and through 100, that's when the mind numb really kicks in, and the scramble to get involved. And I don't remember who said it, but there aren't enough Bitcoin in the world for every millionaire to have one. There's barely enough for every billionaire to have one. Call it 60%, some number of hodlers that basically said, look, there's no price I'm selling at. And so the incremental market is pretty small because you got the lost or stolen coins or the blacklisted coins. And so you're shrinking down your available supply. And then you've got this new phenomenon, which is the locking up of other incremental supply in the collateral for these contracts. And so the free float keeps shrinking. And invariably, what does that do? It creates more volatility, both directions. So right now,
which just attracts more people into the trade.
Exactly. And look, and that's why I do think this year is going to be wild. I think we're going to shoot way past fair value. To me, July this year, fair value is around 100K.